How's it going, everybody? Ryan Welch, Triple J, John Jefferson Jr., Enter Code Reviews, and we want to do a little bit of a different video today. Just a little bit. So, in the toy collecting world, sometimes you'll have versions of a character come out, and then later on, a couple years down the line,
It'll
hopefully,
be like a variant or like an alternate color scheme.
Yep, just something that changes it a little bit. So recently that happened with She-Hulk from the Marvel Legends line. So recently we got this really cool She-Hulk figure. Looks pretty awesome, I would say.
You know, the traditional green.
That's right, that's right. And then I realized, just hanging out with John, because John knows it all, there was an older version from a few years back that's kind of more of a grayish one. And it's from the Super Scroll line.
Yeah,
So, was that 2 years ago?
About, yeah.
Just about. So, the idea behind this video is we want to open up both and just kind of compare. We know that in the toy business, we do reuse molds, we reuse parts. We kind of want to see how badly they do that. Do they do that completely? Obviously compare some of the details in the face. The colors are obviously something that we'll have to... Gray and green. A little bit of a difference.
Facial structure.
Yeah.
We'll see if it's same, basically reused body, but...
That's right.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
So it's just a little bit of a different video. We hope you enjoy it. If you do, please leave a like, subscribe to the channel. We would love to do kind of different versions. You know, we'll have our normal unboxings, but we thought it'd be fun to do something like this. Just kind of a comparison, and, you know, especially if you are watching your wallet, which you kind of need to do with action figures, especially the Marvel Legends line. Guys, simmer it down now. They have had, like, announcements like every week for like months now. It's absolutely insane. So, you know, do you need to buy an updated version? Is your old one better that you can just paint? Those are some things that we'll talk about.
Yeah.
So, let's get to it. All right. We are ready to compare. Now, the goal for this video... Yes, we can mention the color of their skin. Obviously, the newer one has the more Hulk skin color versus the other one. The older version is just more of like a grayish green, but it's got some cool highlights of like neon green highlights, which are pretty awesome. One thing I am going to be curious about as we open these bad boys up is just if how much reuse is here. But not only that, are there some newer features, like are we going to get double elbows? Are we going to get, you know, just the stuff that we are used to now? The packaging is practically the same. We got, obviously, the artwork on the side. On the back, we have the bio. It just so happens the older She-Hulk was part of the Super Scroll wave. The new one is just by itself. So you get the awesome, awesome artwork there in the back. And the legalese. So don't forget about that.
Legalese, don't put it in your mouth.
That's right. When you stop it, John, just compare the side portraits side to side. Just because we get, almost with this new Hulk, we get a little bit more of a comic-y book art style. Versus the older version is, it's almost kind the artwork tries to be a little more realistic. Yeah. But I do dig kind of like the green, the neon gamma green, like lines, scars, I guess you can say. So anyway, let's open up the older one first, the original.
Okay, so we're going gray?
Yes, let's go gray. Gray, green, I don't even know. And then we're going to open up the new one. Now, this one, John, was this part of the Fantastic Four line?
Yeah, so Fantastic Four and the build the pieces for Super Scroll, which I kind of want. Super Scroll was also one of my favorite villains.
Yeah.
That's just a fun piece there.
That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool.
As always, you get the different hands there. Let's see if it works.
Look at her busting out.
Okay. Well, she's a lot taller in hand than I thought she was going to be.
Okay, all right.
So...
yeah, go through some articulation, my friend.
So, a little stiff, because, again, when they're in the box for forever, they hold that. But she's got more beef to her arms than other female figures we've done, which is nice. Because I'm not worried I'm going to, like, break it off or something.
That's always the worst, is just that fear.
And, you know, she can definitely sweet chin music if she needs to. Get it, girl.
Okay.
Let's see.
How's the pivots on those ankles?
Ankle.
Probably super stiff, but
Yeah. But,
okay.
I mean, she can go up and down.
Forward and back is good.
Yeah.
Side to side.
Side to side.
That one's always a little.
Not side to side, but I don't think you need that much when it comes to She-Hulk.
Okay.
So just close up here on the face.
It's a great face mold, I would say. I do dig that it is kind of the angry She-Hulk face. I love, though, the different colored greens in her hair. I don't know if you can see it or pick it up, John, but it's like just kind of some green highlights.
Yeah. The different shade there.
Yeah.
That's that extra attention to detail.
Cool.
And, oh my gosh, she got abs for days.
Heck yeah. Dude, she's not messing around.
She does not skip the gym.
I'll say I like the little lines of just again that neon green. I do. It's just kind of funny how it's applied.
Well, it's kind of like her gamma radiation is coming through.
It is. So it's like one line per rip, everybody. All right, do not forget, put one line per rip. But it's cool though. It's super cool. I like that. Yeah, like you said, I think with one of our biggest complaints, I would say, with opening up a traditional female action figure is, they're just not, the arms and legs are just not quite as beefy as the other types of action figures.
No.
So yeah, there's a worry that like you bend it the wrong way, you're gonna break it, and which is just no good.
Yeah. So that noise you heard was me opening the green Hulk.
Yes.
So same as the other. You got the interchangeable hands.
And it looks like the same design of hands too, and
same design of the angry face, and you get the green and stuff there.
yeah. No, the highlights don't pop out with that one as much as the old one. So
No.
okay,
But pretty much same reuse of the body, like the same rip layout in the pants. We'll see how articulation is here.
okay. I'm curious. I feel like it's the same exact mold. Like, look at the elbows. The elbows are roughly the same, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So the elbows are the same, basically.
I kind of like this face a little better, just because it looks more what I think of when I think of She-Hulk.
Okay.
I mean, not that this one's bad, it's just more compare and contrast.
Well, and what's interesting, too, is I get the reissue. I mean, yeah, put them side by side. Besides the new head sculpt that we have on the body right now, it is basically the same action figure. But what's interesting is the artwork shows off an iteration of She-Hulk from the comics where she is definitely bigger, like massive muscles, like almost Hulk size. So I guess I'm wondering if eventually we're going to get a She-Hulk like that, which is just from the more recent comics, I would say. See, there she is. Yeah, they're pretty much the same. Different color pants. Oh my goodness. Obviously she's drunk.
She's drunk off that gamma radiation.
Right. But I kind of missed the little green lines. I know I was being silly about the you have to put one line for every rip in the pants, but it was kind of cool little accent, marks on there. I dig it.
I mean, overall, like, it's a solid figure. Like, it's reuse. Okay, you're not gonna stay for me, but that's okay.
Not when it's moving.
But let's see.
Put that in front, like on the desk. There we go, and then put the other behind her.
That's some feet, man.
I know. Yeah, I can see why they wanted to reissue it. I can see the complaints with the first edition of She-Hulk. It's definitely not the traditional green color. It's not necessarily gray. I mean, it's kind of like a grayish green, right?
Well, that's the interesting thing about the Hulk. Like, he's gone through so many different color iterations.
Yep. Oh, you're switching it? Mm-hmm. Yeah, now we'll get to the... There's no comparison. It's basically a repaint. Except for the new head that we already showed off. Yep. There it is. So, bottom line, John, I guess if you were a if you were walking into a toy store, you saw both of these figures on the shelf, which one would you go for?
Me personally, I'd probably go gray.
Yeah. Yeah, it's unique enough. I dig it.
Yeah.
I dig the gray one.
And I like different. I mean, that's kind of why I did like the red Hulk that was that Target exclusive for a while, just because it was different than the same reuse of the, Bruce Banner Hulk.
Yep. What are you going to do with when the compound Hulk comes out? The half green, half red?
I don't know. I'm on the fence on that one.
It's goofy. It's goofy for sure. But other than that, guys, I mean, it still is, despite which version you get, it's a very well done figure.
This one.
It definitely it reminds me of it's a great looking She-Hulk. And yeah, like we already mentioned, I just love that there's some muscle and it's a bigger figure. Yeah, less likely to break off apart.
You.
Wow.
I'm better than you.
Wow.
No.
Okay. It looks like Grey Hulk wins out. Before the bloodshed gets too much, we want to thank you guys for watching this little comparison video. The Grey Hulk, She-Hulk is probably a little harder to find since the Fantastic Four line came out, was it last year? I think.
Yeah, I got this one luckily on clearance at a GameStop, so check those out.
Yes, check your clearance. Check online. Could be a great way to find the gray She-Hulk. But this green one has been in and out of stores, so I'm sure you'll be able to find her as well. Hulk is obviously a very popular Marvel figure. There's many more coming out. Maestro, I think, has started coming into stores here pretty quickly. Yeah, and again, there's going to be more and more Hulks. So, if you love Hulk, then stick around with Marvel Legends because they got a lot coming for you. Again, thank you guys so much for watching. Let us know what you think. Which version of the She-Hulk do you like the best? Leave a comment, like the video, share it with your friends. If you haven't done so already, subscribe to the channel. And we appreciate you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.
Get that Grey Hulk.
Get the Grey Hulk.